Hi everyone, welcome to another live edition of K-Sports Sunday for April 19th, 2009. I'm Jeremy Adler. It's been a wild week in the world of sports with all four Boston sports teams, and we'll cover all of it in the next half hour, including an NFL draft preview with expert Randolph Charlatan. But first, let's get you caught up on last night's playoff action. The Celtics took the floor first at the Garden, kicking off their postseason with a matinee matchup versus the Chicago Bulls. The Celtics trying to raise banner 18 this year after raising banner 17 last season, but they're going to have to do it without Kevin Garnett out the whole postseason. Early in the first quarter, Derrick Rose had command of the game, laying that one up for an and one. Ray Allen here had a tough game. 1 of 12 from the floor. He only had 4 points in this one. Celtics, so staying in it, Rajon Rondo with a nice assist to Kendrick Perkins, who throws it down. Paul Pierce here, Celtics down 1 with 4 seconds to go. Pierce is fouled by Joakim Noah, and he's going to have 2 shots to try to win the game. Pierce made the first one easily, then the second one in and out. He can't get it to go. Brad Miller fires it down the court to no avail, and we go to overtime. In the overtime, Celtics down 2 with 3.7 to go. Ray Allen runs around the screen. The shot for another overtime does not go. The Celtics drop Game 1, the first time ever, to the Chicago Bulls. In the nightcap, the Bruins hosted Game 2 of their series with arch-rival Montreal, trying to ride last Thursday's 4-2 victory into another win. Early here in the first period, little puck jam here, but eventually Marc Savard's going to gain control, wrist shot, score past Carey Price on the power play, and the Bruins take a quick 1-0 lead. Then early second period, Alexei Kovalev with a wrist shot past Tim Thomas. Montreal's right back in it. It's 2-1. The Bruins would gain control very quickly. Shane Knighty takes his shot, goes past Price. Price had a tough night. The Bruins had a 3-1 lead, and they would add to that here. Pass up to Michael Ryder. Ryder places a top shelf past Price. That gave the Bruins a 5-1 victory. Cam Neely, Peter Chiarelli like that one. And Price was removed from the game. The Bruins have a 2-0 series lead. They're going to go to Montreal for Game 3. The Bruins and Celtics will both be back in action Monday night with Games 3 and Game 2, respectively. The underappreciated Red Sox were also on the diamond over at Fenway last night, with Josh Beckett leading the Red Sox to a 6-4 victory. Beckett was dealing early here as top of the first inning facing Brian Roberts. Nice 94-mile-per-hour fastball gets Roberts. And then 3-2 pitch, got Adam Jones swinging. Felix P.A. looking at the curveball, does not like the call, but Beckett gets the best of him there. Kevin Youkilis would provide some offense, takes the 2-2 offering up and over the monster. That's a 3-run home run. It gave the Red Sox a 4-0 lead. A little bit of a hiccup here in the top of the 5th. Aubrey Huff smacks this opposite way, goes towards the green monster. By the time Jacoby Ellsbury can get it in, all 3 runners would clear the bases, and the Red Sox were only up 6-4. But that lead would be enough for the bullpen. Hideki Okajima comes on top of the 7th. Pitch to Adam Jones, strike 3. Then in the top of the 8th, it's Takashi Saito's turn. The 3-2 pitch to Luke Scott. Luke Scott is swinging. And then top of the 9th inning, Jonathan Papelbon gets Aubrey Huff to pop it straight up to Nick Green. Green calls everyone off and makes the catch for the victory. The Red Sox with a 6-4 win. Today, John Lester took the mound. He went 7 scoreless innings, striking out 9 and allowing only 4 hits. Mike Lowell and Dustin Pedroia provided timely offense, knocking home 2 early runs, and that's all the now 500 Red Sox would need. Elsewhere, the Lakers are crushing the Jazz 88-74 in the 4th quarter. The Sixers and Magic are just underway. The Sixers have a 4-2 lead. And on the ice, the Flyers lead the Penguins 4-2. They're now in the 3rd period. Let's send it over to Nick Heiler now and the boys at Back Talk, who have a great segment starting with the Red Sox. Nick?
Hey, J-Dog. Yes, I called you J-Dog. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? I'm here in the Back Talk studios with Sir Marcus and Sir Jonathan. Now today, let's start off with the Red Sox. Guys, they're starting to turn it around. Pitching's looking much better. Offense still could use some work. Yeah. But how do you see the Red Sox coming in from here on out?
Well, I think Tim Wakefield's performance almost turned it around, his pitching performance. It almost saved his role in the organization. It pretty much saved his role in the organization as well. And Wakefield rebounded. I mean, Lester and Beckett They've had two really good showings, both striking out 9. Lester shut out for 7 innings today. Beckett won that game yesterday. Our offense, yeah, you're right. It's not completely there yet, but it's getting there, and we will turn it around. I mean, it's first 12 games of the season. It's not the biggest deal in the world. What do you think, Marcus?
Yeah, I think their pitching is looking a lot better from the first few games. Like in the first few games, it was looking really inconsistent. Like they were throwing off speed, stuff like that. But now with this game with John Lester, I think that they're really starting to come around. And you're right, with Tim Wakefield's great performance, I think that they're really starting to come around.
I think the question right now that's plaguing every Red Sox fan in the world over, David Ortiz.
Yeah.
He isn't turning it around right
Yeah.
now. People are saying, is he done?
Well, this looks like the David Ortiz that was on. That's why the Twins or the Indians, I don't remember, sorry, that released him. He's looking bad. I mean, his wrist should have healed by now. It could be his eyesight. It could be a lot of things. He's like 45 years old. He's getting up there in age, too. I mean, his eyesight is getting worse. People think it's that. His wrist might even not have healed. I mean, is it time? Is it his time? It is his time to go.
I do think it is his time. I mean, he was a great player 3 years ago. But as the past few years have gone by, you've seen a steady decline in his performance.
Definitely.
And with the loss of Manny Ramirez, I think that we've lost a lot of firepower in our lineup. So, I mean, David Ortiz, like I said, great player. I think he should really start considering.
What's the word? We don't play for the Red Sox, not yet. But with David Ortiz lacking in power, do you go out and make the trade for like a Matt Holliday, say? Or?
Well, something I would do. First, Bay brings back some of that power, but definitely not all of it. What I would think is, do you develop Lars Anderson better?
Great.
Do you bring him up?
And for the people who don't know who Lars Anderson is,
He's one of our top prospects. We have a very good farm system right now. Clay Buchholz is a pitcher. He and Lars Anderson.
we all
he is
remember him.
Extreme power hitter. He is a left fielder, I think, or
first
outfielder.
baseman.
First baseman, sorry. And he is a very good power hitter, and he's a good fielder also. He could be a great addition in a few years' time.
If I could, before we throw it to Marcus, people have compared him to an Adam LaRoche meets a Justin Morneau, where he can bang out maybe 35 home runs and still hit for over 300.
Yeah, because he's not just David Ortiz. He couldn't really hit for average. He could just hit home.
He always hit for average. That was
Yeah.
his thing. He always hit for average. But let's hear something from Marcus.
Yeah, a trade with for Matt Holliday with anyone would be great, because coupled with Jason Bay's good production and one of our young talents' good production, that would definitely probably help replace some of David Ortiz's lost power. So I definitely think trading for Matt Holliday would be a good move.
Well, David
Yeah.
Ortiz, you will always be in our minds and hearts no matter where you go. Well, now we're going to move on to the Celtics, guys. Dropping that first game. But you know what? Should we still keep the faith? Is it time to panic because maybe KG is out for the entire playoffs?
Well, it's almost a definite that KG's out for the playoffs. And another thing is, I mean, Allen had a really bad performance, but I think he'll turn it around. Rondo had a pretty good performance, and so now. But what's the problem? We have Allen, we have Pierce, we have Rondo, we have Davis and Poe, who are all good players, but they're not doing anything good.
Marbury,
sorry,
right,
didn't
exactly.
mention him. They're all good players, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah, well, I had to correct you, but Kevin Garnett is gone.
Yeah,
He's not coming back, ever. So the Celtics need to get off of that. He's gone. Their power forward is history. So they really need to just come together. I mean, you could tell that they felt their morale was low in that game. When Doc Rivers came out with that statement that Kevin Garnett is not coming back, it destroyed their morale.
I mean, their chemistry went really down, and people, it was just, they had no heart in the first half. They
And
didn't play,
I'm
at
not
all.
so worried about Ray Allen, because Ray Allen, you can see, he was really bad in the playoffs last year until the finals. So I'm not so worried about Ray Allen, but I'm really worried about how slow they seemed on defense. Because Kevin Garnett was the engine that drove that team, but still, without him, they should have a little bit of incentive to get back and play some defense and get their hands up. I mean, geez, it was awful.
I mean, well, I'm just saying, what about 12:30?
That's why we got Mikey
What about,
Moore.
it was 12:30 in the morning, 12:30 afternoon. Sorry, what veteran wants to get up